Love and Death. Love and Death is the true story of a sweet housewife called Candy Montgomery, who one day decides that she would like to have an affair with Alan Gore, who is a local neighbour and friend and father and husband. This affair is agreed to by Alan, and him and Candy arrange meetups in order to talk to one another and of course have sex without their respective spouses finding out. But things get a little bit out of hand when Alan's wife Betty finds out about the affair and a brutal murder takes place. This show had my curiosity because guess what? HBO make it. And it had a strong cast with Elizabeth Olsen playing Candy and Jesse Plemons playing Alan. And after finishing the season recently and watching it all through, I gotta say this was a really great miniseries. Very well written and acted, very, very gripping, and it had great variety from start to finish. By variety, I mean how the first few episodes revolve around cheating, being disloyal to a spouse, and it's actually quite funny and ridiculous because it wasn't an affair based on an intense sudden burst of passion. It was something that was structured and well thought out by Candy Montgomery. She decided she wanted one, she proposed the idea, and they both came up with a plan on how they were going to have an affair without anyone finding out. It felt quite genuine between these two characters. It felt genuine because not only was this affair for pleasure, but it was actually so these two characters could sort of just unfold their feelings to one another, talk about their lives at home with their partners and their kids. They could talk about what they're going through, and this is ultimately why they end the affair, because they both could feel themselves getting attached. So they made the responsible decision to end the affair so that it didn't become anything based on love. It really is the most mature adultery and affair that you could ever see, really. And when you're watching the show, you think you can predict in your head how it's going to pan out and what's going to happen at what time and just the overall arc of the show. But really, it goes down a route you just don't expect. The show sort of flips on its head about halfway through when the affair becomes knowledge to certain people, and then this results in a very grisly murder. The last 4 episodes now take a darker turn as we follow the aftermath of the murder with the law involvement, the police, the lawyers, the court proceedings, and all this is very, very gripping. I resisted the urge to go out of my way and Google, what actually happened to the real life Candy Montgomery, because I wanted the show to tell me that story, and it really was just excellently told and very intriguing and just just a really well executed story. This is a mini-series that isn't a masterpiece, it's not the best thing I've ever seen, but it is really bloody good. It is very well written and acted. The costumes and sets are very immersive to take you into that time period, and I'm really glad I watched this. This was a very unique crime. The circumstances and the motives and just the situation as a whole are actually more important than the crime itself. So when it comes to the whole courtroom proceedings and what the lawyers are trying to defend or argue against, it's very, very interesting. I would highly recommend this show, and a lot of that goes down to the performances from Elizabeth Olsen and Jesse Plemons, who absolutely steal the show, along with Tom Pelphrey, who does a great job as well. I would give Love and Death an 8.5 out of 10, and on the rewatchability rating, this is the sort of thing that if it came on late night TV, I would definitely watch, but I don't think it would come on late night TV. I think it's a streaming service thing. I watched it on an illegal website. I'm not going to lie to you. So, it is what it is. But, you can't get HBO Max in this country. So what am I meant to do? If you've seen Love and Death, let me know what you think about it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.